Women, they never raise their voice. They never demand control. And yet, they own the room, not with words but with silence. Most men never see it coming because the real power women use isn't loud. It's invisible. It's psychological. And it works on almost every man alive. But here's the crazy part. It's not manipulation. At least not always. Let's break down the silent power women use and how it quietly shapes your emotions, your confidence, and even the choices you make. Every man believes he's in control. He chooses who to talk to. He leads. He decides. But that's the illusion. Psychologists call it the frame effect. The person who sets the emotional tone controls the interaction. And women? They master this early, often without realizing it. It's not about what she says. It's about how you feel around her. That tiny pause before she replies. That calm, unreadable expression. That moment she looks away and smiles slightly. You think she's being shy? Number. She's shifting your frame. Your brain scrambles to interpret her silence. And suddenly you're chasing meaning. Humans are wired to hate uncertainty. The unknown triggers dopamine, the same chemical tied to addiction. When she doesn't reveal her feelings, your brain becomes obsessed with solving the puzzle. That's the silent hook. Men overthink, analyze, replay every word, every gesture, and she just stays quiet. Because silence makes you project your own emotions onto her. You fill in the blanks, usually in her favor. That's not witchcraft. That's psychology. The less she says, the more power her presence holds. Watch closely. A woman doesn't need dominance to influence. She uses timing, tone, and absence. Absence is her greatest weapon. When a man texts and she doesn't reply right away, it drives his mind wild. When she's slightly distant during a conversation, he tries harder to impress. When she appears calm during conflict, he feels guilty, even if he's right. That's not random. That's emotional gravity. The person least affected always has the most control. But where does this come from? Evolution. Thousands of years ago, survival depended on reading emotions. Women evolved high emotional intelligence, not to manipulate, but to protect, connect, and choose wisely. Men evolved to pursue. Women evolved to filter. So in modern dating, that dynamic still plays out, silently. Her quiet confidence triggers pursuit instincts in men. You feel drawn in, even if she says almost nothing. And here's the twist. The same silence that attracts you can also control you. In the modern world, this silent power is everywhere. On social media, a woman posts a single photo, no caption, instant chaos, thousands of comments, theories, reactions. At work, she pauses before speaking. Suddenly, everyone's listening. In relationships, she withdraws emotionally. The man panics. He apologizes, even without knowing why. This power doesn't come from aggression. It comes from emotional restraint. Because silence forces you to fill the space. Here's where most men fail. They mistake silence for weakening. So how do you resist it? How do you stop being pulled by silence? The answer isn't to fight her. It's to match the calm. Silence loses its power when it meets stillness. A man grounded in self-worth doesn't panic at distance. He understands. Attention is a reward, not a right. He doesn't chase validation. He commands it. Through presence, not pressure. That's real masculine energy. Not loud, not angry, just centered. Here's the paradox, though. The same silent power women use can be used for good. In healthy relationships, that silence becomes space. A pause that deepens understanding. A calm that allows trust to grow. The goal isn't to manipulate each other. It's to master emotional control. When both partners understand silence, it stops being a weapon and becomes a connection. So the next time a woman goes quiet, don't panic. Don't chase. Pause. Ask yourself, what does her silence reveal about you? Because sometimes the loudest lessons come from what's not said. And if you can survive that silence, you'll never be controlled by it again. Would you survive this kind of test? Comment, I would below. And subscribe before you forget. Because the next video, it gets even dark, slow fade out. Subtle ambient music. Final on-screen text. Power isn't loud. It's silent.